we cannot be considered human anymore. What we are butlers. Coming here to the #1 butling school, it's far more surreal than you might think it is.
Faster, 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 faster! Walk, 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 walk! Now we are coming to the place where it starts to be fun.
We strive to comfort others. We do it at such a high level that butlers are not normal human beings anymore.
Do you just feel like you're behaving like someone you're not?
Even if someone in my family dies tomorrow, I have to put a smile on my face and work like the other days.
What? So excited. We're going to the International Butler Academy. So this place is really interesting because basically a group of people show up, go inside, and 10 weeks later they emerge ready to serve billionaires, world leaders, royalty. Up until now, the entire thing has been basically a secret. The curriculum's a secret. There's very little video footage of what the hell goes on inside there. But I'm gonna find out.
Uber's here.
Oh my God, I don't even have my shoes on. Where are my slippers?
I'm so excited. It's been a really long travel day. We had to take a long plane. This is our 3rd train. We told a few people who are Dutch natives where we're going, and they were like, where?
What do people do in Simpleveld?
Simpleveld is very, very required. Many old people.
Oh my gosh! We're literally going up to an iron gate! For the next week, I will be living on campus just like every other student, attending classes and trying my best to fit in.
This is so cool. Definitely one of the coolest locations we've ever filmed in.
As I've gotten older, I've realized there are a lot of things about being an adult I never learned how to do. And so I'm hoping that this experience can teach me how to manage my life in all the ways American school fails to teach you.
Is this nice? This looks awful.
And what better way to do that than with a literal classroom of butlers?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Miss Carre, and I'm so excited to be joining you all for the next 3 days. Very grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Miss Carre, would you please so kind to join the line next to Miss Rullo?
Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Mr. Fulco.
I can see from here a little pebble under the tablecloth. Don't forget the small things.
You may proceed with the grooming inspection, Mr. Shimak. Thank you.
After meeting the rest of my class, it was time for my first lesson. However, I was starting to hear murmurs that this lesson would be taught by the school's headmaster himself.
Mr. Kaufman seems very intimidating.
He is.
You gotta make up like the principal. Here, it's like God.
And with over 25 years of experience in private service, he has garnered quite a reputation.
Well, everyone grab their trays. Line up. They're not allowed inside that field. That's my space. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. Miss Correa?
Yes, sir.
Well, start. A little bit faster, Miss Correa. Now, Whenever I start a city with L, you will turn once around your left side. If I mention a city with B, then you start walking backwards. And the R is for turning once around your right side. If I mention a city with F, you will start walking forward again. Well, Mr. Schauka, what is the capital of Switzerland? What are you thinking about?
I don't want to say Zurich, sir.
Why not? Bern is the capital of Switzerland. Don't shortcut, Mr. Comer. It was not a city, Mr. Lewis.
Oh, it wasn't?
No.
Oh.
Mr. Comer, have you been to San Francisco? No? What about Florence? How far away from Leuven is Rotterdam? Well, Mr. Bazuni, I didn't say stopping. Go, 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 go.
You didn't say city.
Walk. Oh my God. Faster, 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 faster. Smile, 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 smile. Miss Lewis.
Yes, sir.
That's not your space.
That's true, sir.
Continue, continue, continue. Move, 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 move. Smile, 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 smile. Now we are coming to the place where it starts to be fun. Faster, 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 faster. Miss Ruby Parrot. Rotterdam. Reykjavik.
Oh,
Riga. S for stop. Get your trays, line up. Miss Correa,
yes, sir.
let's go on a walk.
Yes, sir.
Well, Miss Correa,
Yes, sir.
you said you live in Los Angeles.
I do, sir.
Have you ever considered to move to Las Vegas?
I have not, sir.
Why do I hear so many books falling on the floor? You know, books are a valuable resource for knowledge. Come on, gentlemen, ladies, keep those books on your head. University of Berkeley. Berkeley. Miss Correa,
Yes, sir.
you're costing me a lot of glass today.
Yes, sir.
Be more careful. Grab your books. Stretch your tray. Smile, 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 Miss Rose. Lift your tray up to the height of your nose. Higher, Mr. Bush. Nose height, nose height. Higher, higher. Good. Lower, lower to your belly button. Put your trays down. Line up. You're dismissed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Who said anything from taking the book away? You're dismissed.
At the end of my time here, I will be given a final grade based on my performance, and a portion of that grade is my ability to complete a set of daily chores, which is actually a lot harder than it sounds because this mansion has over 135 rooms, including a porcelain room, an entire room dedicated to table decor, and even a full stained glass chapel. The students are responsible for making each of these rooms spotless every single morning. And so I was paired with Mr. Chauka, a 19-year-old student from Switzerland, to learn how it's done.
This house is haunted, by the way.
We're in a haunted mansion.
Yes, but don't worry, they're all friendly and they love to play pranks.
You've seen a ghost here?
Yeah, a talking fish, I must say.
What?
If I may interrupt you quickly, going down like this, after a while might be a little bit hard on your back. How you should vacuum is a very relaxed, straight body and not going further than this.
I did not know there was a technique to vacuuming.
There's a technique to everything in this household. $801.
So you're 19.
I am 19 years old currently, yes.
What made you want to come here?
I do not have a lot of experience yet in life, and so this course will help me greatly in that regard. Now, coming here to the #1 butling school, it's far more surreal than you might think it is, because still we are all persons. Good morning, sir. Thank you, sir. The only thing that we do differently is just we strive to comfort others. We do it at a such high level that we cannot be considered human in a way anymore. What we are butlers. Butlers are not normal human beings anymore. But that is only while we're working. Very good.
So you're a completely different person off the clock.
Totally. Everybody is.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, sir. When it comes to being a butler, one thing you always must take care is your principle. Everything else is secondary. Remember that when you're out there working as a butler, there might be a typhoon coming along. You still serve that tea or coffee with elegance and grace. Now that we have a new training member here, Ms. Carissa, why don't you come and show me how to pour with a teapot?
Yes, sir. I'm going to start over.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
Was that right the first time?
Yes.
But what if the lid comes off?
What if the lid comes off? When you make tea, make sure that the nose on the lid, you see that nose? That the nose is pointing towards the handle. And if you do that, the lid doesn't come off. In butler service, the biggest challenge that we have is to adapt to the situation. It's not about doing it a certain way. It's about doing it the way you interrupt the guests the least.
How would you like your tea today, sir?
Strong.
Of course.
It's a bit easier if you come with that foot a bit closer. No, not keep that arm straight. Don't touch.
Okay, there's so many details.
It's just tea pouring. We haven't even started with complicated stuff.
What's the complicated stuff?
Well, you have to manage the life of somebody.
Thank you, sir. We've been pouring tea for 2 hours.
What is that? Mr. Chaukan, the position you were in looks really not good. Stop. So when you calm down, you need to be soft. Ladies and gentlemen, what's the matter with you? Why are you not smiling?
I still can't do it right.
I know it sounds easy to pour tea, but if you want to do it correctly, you have to train it. And it is, like everything else we do, a matter of training. Remember to always smile when you serve. Even if you're happy inside, that doesn't really help if you don't show it. Keep those smiles on the lips.
Now, I thought I knew how to smile, but apparently not, because they literally sent me to a class with Mr. Foucault to teach me how to smile.
We have to be careful to not show too much teeth. I have my comfortable smile, which is a simple...
That's it.
That's it. It's a bit too much right now.
I'm going crazy.
But you also have to smile with your eyes. That's one of the most important parts to show that your smile is genuine. Yes, that's great.
But apparently it wasn't just smiling I wasn't good at, because they suspiciously sent me to a dozen different classes for basic human functions, from learning how to properly open a door, to folding napkins, to shining shoes, and even how to pack a suitcase in 5 minutes or less for a last-minute business trip.
Here's the bottom side, and we have the wheels here. So that means the heavy items will be at the bottom here. When you go around with your suitcase up, everything will stack to the bottom. Usually, since we start with the heaviest, we start with shoes. And if we don't have enough space, we can always put something inside the shoe. For example, we can put a belt in.
As I learned from Mr. Chowka, there is a technique to everything. But this was the first lesson I actually started to understand this firsthand and how these little details could be used to improve my own day-to-day life.
Wow. So everything we just did, we have to be able to do in 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for a buttle off. Me versus Mr. Furco. 5-minute clock. Whoever can finish the suitcase the fastest and the bestest.
Certainly.
So why did I challenge an expert so soon after just learning his craft? Well, this was the guy who had to teach me how to smile. And so I wanted to prove once and for all that I was learning and that I am not as useless as he probably thinks I am.
Michelle, good morning. Welcome to the suitcase packing challenge. Your employer will go to a one-day business trip in London. You will have also to prepare a nice informal outfit because he will have a nice dinner together with his wife. So I will give you 5 minutes. You may start now.
Are we actually starting? Sorry. Oh, we're actually starting. Okay.
After that awkward start, my mind is racing and everything is already scrambled in my head. But I remembered heavy items at the bottom, shoes go first.
Try to organize everything in your mind, Michelle, so you can work as fast as possible. Because we have Mr. Furco that is very, very talented in preparing suitcase.
I'm trying my best not to panic, but I did get the shoes packed at the same time as Mr. Furco, and now it was on to the shirts.
Remember that your employer uses expensive clothing, so please as less wrinkles as possible, Michelle.
Packing a suitcase should be so simple, but my hands are shaking. Time is moving so fast, and I'm wrinkling literally everything I'm packing. Meanwhile, my opponent is barely phased.
3 minutes left.
Oh my God. How are you so calm right now?
That's the secret, Michelle.
I'm trying to calm down. I get the shirts packed. Underwear is no problem. I think I'm still on par with Mr. Furco, and now I'm on to informal wear.
Right back. Valentine's Day dinner. Valentine's Day dinner.
You have last 45 seconds.
What do we do to get more time on the clock?
You don't?
Okay, now the panic is back. There is still so much to pack, and for me to mentally unpack later.
Where are the socks?
Faster, faster. 15 seconds left.
With so little time left, I looked over at Mr. Furco, and he was so calm, so peaceful, his suitcase so full, and in my head, I began to accept the inevitable.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. The way you fold was quite bad, but the organization of your suitcase was very good. 5.5 out of 10.
Thank you.
So now, Mr. Furco, I would give you 9 out of 10. It was a very well done job. Congratulations, you won the challenge.
Thank you.
I accept defeat. Thank you, Mr.
It was a
Furco.
good match.
Though it is obvious why I lost, something I'm still seeking clarity on is why people like Mr. Furco would choose to dedicate so much of their life to perfecting such seemingly small details.
Why did you want to become a butler?
I hate this question.
Really?
It's the question that everyone asks me. For my case, it's after seeing butlers in many series, film, and all that kind of stuff, and seeing that they are the reference person for a whole family. I really wanted to become that person for someone. It's not a work you can do without having any passion for it.
And you do it with a smile on your face.
Always with a smile. Let's say someone in my family dies tomorrow and I have to work. My employer doesn't need to know that, so I have to put a smile on my face and work like the other days.
Have you ever felt on the job that you just have to like go into a closet and bawl your eyes out and then get it over with and then go back out there?
Yes, sometimes you just like step away from your job, from the scene, you go in the back, hide there for like 5 minutes, calm down, and then you are ready to go back again.
After learning the basics from Mr. Furco, I was finally allowed to rejoin the rest of the students for one of their more pivotal tests.
Basically, we have 30 minutes to set up lunch, and lunch every day consists of, as you can see, decorations. Today's theme is going to be the Mississippi River. We have 11 people, 5 over there, 4 over here, and then 2 on the sides.
And apparently, this is one of the most intense exams of the semester. The last thing I wanted to do was negatively impact the other students' final grades or their chances of graduating, so it was really important for me to do my best.
Deep breaths, you're doing great. You can only have 9 on here, so feel free to put 9 teacups. You take this. And let's go ahead and, oh, no, not on the table. It's okay, on the chair is fine.
Why not on the table?
Because the trays are dirty and we don't want to leave any marks. And then, exactly, what you want to do is you want to make sure it all faces at 3 o'clock. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 12:15, so we have 12 minutes. You gotta rush, you gotta do these things, but you also gotta do it in perfection. Setting the napkins, they're all folded already, but you wanna make sure that this is facing towards the left. Fantastic.
We have 5 minutes left.
And then feel free to use the vacuum to vacuum what you saw.
Thank you. What a whirlwind.
It's fun, huh?
It is fun. It's exciting to learn the actual rules for how things are supposed to be done, not because they're right, but because it gives you the feeling of comfort.
I wanted to come here because of exactly that. You know, I wanted to learn what makes something look so comfortable. And I'm actually a programmer. I've never done hospitality in my life.
No way.
Yeah, never.
I mean, this is the gold standard of service.
Yeah, right. Like you kind of go through this, you survive this 10 weeks, this grueling activity of everything needs to be perfect. There's a different way of approaching the level of detail. And I just wanted to learn that, you know?
The table is set, and while I think we totally nailed the Mississippi River thing, the exam isn't over yet. This is actually a 2-part test where I'm going to have to deliver a speech during the meal in order to practice my public speaking.
My lord, ladies and gentlemen, lunch is served.
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your lunch.
Thank you, sir.
Sir. If everyone would raise their cup of tea, congratulations to Mr. Comhair, who got the job.
Congratulations.
And we, of course, wish you all the best with that. And fantastic. Well done.
Mr. Comhair, the pressure is on. You got the job, but you haven't graduated yet. So make sure you do.
Sir, you didn't ask me to research anything, but you said that I may be ready to provide a speech, should you ask.
Well, are you ready?
I believe so.
Wonderful. We shall find out shortly. Not yet. Not yet. Do you have a topic or shall I?
Hard or easy?
Well, she's used to speak in public, so it shouldn't be too easy. Let me think. Venus.
Certainly, sir. My lord, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to tell you today a little bit about our solar system and specifically Venus.
Hold up. What you're about to witness is excruciatingly embarrassing, and most other people would never let this see the light of day. So before we watch this incredibly embarrassing moment in my life, please hit subscribe. Thank you.
Now, you may be aware that Venus is one of our planets. Previously, there were 9, and Pluto is no longer one of them, unfortunately. We've heard the phrase, men are from Venus, women are from Mars. Actually, I think it's the inverse. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. But what this actually reminds me of is the vastness of space and what there is to explore. A few years ago, I had the pleasure of getting to train with NASA astronauts at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. I personally have a great fear of space. Maybe some of you have had that dream that you are George Clooney in Gravity, going out into the vastness of space. I've definitely had that nightmare a few times. And this experience was incredible for me to confront that fear head on and to consider, is this an actual fear I have? Or is it completely irrational? That experience really taught me that some of our biggest nightmares are in fact irrational and ones that we can even control at times. I will not be going to space anytime soon. Thank you so much.
Mr. Janusa.
Miss Care, it was 1 minute and 39 seconds long.
1 minute 39. I think that's a record of the shortest 3-minute speech ever.
Yes, short. Off topic.
Off topic isn't so much my concern, but you didn't close the circle. And you are not very entertaining when it comes to your body posture, very stiff. Try to maintain eye contact at all times. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So intimidating.
It is, right? But no, he did really, really great. Like for her first
I
time.
think it was
doing
pretty bad.
Maybe
The
just
part,
a touch
it's not the speaking part, it's the making things up. It's like, why am I talking about Venus? I realized I don't even know what the goddamn circle is. What is a circle? Do you just not feel like
Sometimes,
you're
like, what's
just-
the point? Or
what's the point? And also, like you're behaving like someone you're not. Because that's how I feel right now. All the other things, I felt like I was just not being me.
Right.
It was very weird.
That is pretty natural, I would say. But at the end of the day, like as butlers, I would say what they're teaching is you have to really transform and adapt yourself to the principle. And you're right. Like, what am I gonna do with the skill of talking about Venus for 3 minutes? But the whole point of being a butler is, right, it's not about us, it's about pleasing him. And if he wants to talk about Venus and whatever, like, we have to deliver that speech in the way that he likes it. And I don't know, you know, it's just one of those things. I think like attending something like this is also an ego check for yourself. At least that was for me, you know. You've probably heard about the technology surge in San Francisco and New York. Navigating that life, am I just getting too comfortable? I would say like how many people would love to have my job and my salary? And I started to ask myself like, am I really improving myself not only financially, but like as a human being? I'm going down to the very basics, right? You know, the way down is the way up. That it's like if you really can humble yourself to do work like this, you're very much in a position to be a leader.
Going into my final exam, I must admit I feel wildly unprepared. And because I have failed every single task that has been asked of me up until this point, this is my last chance to save my final grade.
Good morning, Miss Carey.
Good morning, sir.
Today, we are going to have a look into how to set a table. And after that, you will have to memorize it and make an exact copy of it.
All right.
Is that understood? Good. Well, let's get started. The cover plate now has to go down exactly in the middle. What we then need to know is how far away from the edge is the plate away, and that should be exactly 2 centimeters. What now follows is the cutlery, and it is being measured exactly 2 centimeters from the edge of the plate. 4, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters. The dessert cutlery. Which distance you guess?
2 centimeters.
No, 4.
Okay.
4, 4, 8. And that's how you set a table.
It's beautiful.
Well, I'll give you 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Are you up to the challenge?
Challenge accepted.
Wonderful.
Sir.
A professional butler should be able to set a table for 2 in 5 minutes. So your that time starts now.
Can I have your phone to do calculation?
Why would you need a calculator?
7.
You have 1 minute left. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Well, it doesn't look like much, doesn't it?
No, it takes so much time to measure everything and do the math.
Calculating in your head is something that is very important, but not only for table setting, but in general in life. We shouldn't rely too much on our mobile phones to do that.
Sir, if I may ask,
Yep.
is there a practical reason to measuring every item on the table?
Okay. Now, if I may, have a seat, sit down, pretend to be a guest. Now you have your bread in your hand and you want to put some butter on it. Take the knife. Which hand holds a knife?
The right hand?
Yeah.
So it was supposed to go over
No,
here?
no, no, it goes on the plate. You see, the thing is, first of all, some people would place their knife like this. I'm pretty sure you've seen that before. Try to take the knife. It's a very awkward move, no? That is why the knife goes right here. Try to take it. And that is what we always think about when we do something on the table. Which way would it be easiest for the guest? Anyway, I still want you to set the table. Do it your speed and try to be as accurate as possible.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I originally came to this school to learn how to better take care of myself, to better manage my own life. And after my first few lessons, I was so frustrated at how bad I was at everything, and it all just seemed so arbitrary and meaningless. I quickly started to question every rule I was being taught. But the more time I spent talking to the students, the more I started to understand why I was wrong.
It's not a work you can do without having any passion for it. Sometimes we start at 4 in the morning and we finish the day after, but we have to go for it, always with a smile.
It is a very fulfilling job. It is just a comfort that you provide them. The idea of being at ease whenever you're with them. The thank you and the smile will be the greatest reward you can get from them.
If I can wake up, open the gate for my mom, cook her a nice little scrambled egg, her favorite, and she gets joy out of that, that's something that money can't buy.
It's not really about the second course wine glass being 2 centimeters from the charger plate. It's about making a moment for someone else. And while I might not necessarily agree with a lot of the rules or how things are critiqued here, I can now appreciate the students' desire to strive for excellence and wanting to serve others in the process.
3, 2, 1, hands up. The measurements slightly off. Well, I guess you're still gonna have to train a little bit on that one. The maximum amount of points you could reach would be 1,000. Calculating it, you might receive 580 points, which would give you a certificate of attendance rather than a diploma at graduation.
And while I failed my final challenge, I am so grateful I got to meet so many talented, incredible human beings who have chosen to dedicate their lives to others.
What many of you might not know is that I am often training for multiple videos at once. And so while I was attending the International Butler Academy, I was also separately training to run an ultra marathon for a completely different video. A key part of that training was hydration. And so I want to say thank you so much to Liquid IV for sponsoring this portion of the video. While I was in Europe, I made sure to pack some of my favorite Liquid IV hydration packs to keep me hydrated on my long runs. Drinking one hydration multiplier hydrates you 2 times faster and more efficiently than water alone. It also has 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks, is made with clean ingredients, and packed with B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. So if you want to try Liquid IV's hydration sample pack for yourself, be sure to click the link below to get free shipping with your purchase, or they're also available at Costco. Thank you so much to Liquid IV for sponsoring this portion of the video and for making videos like this possible.